here with a book review, and it is for The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. And I have decided to give it, I can't remember what I rated it, 3.5 stars? I think I rated it 3.5 stars. The Last Magician I would describe as a cross between Six of Crows and Back to the Future. This book is about a girl named Esta who lives in the present time, who has the ability to manipulate time. She can basically slow time down so much that she's essentially pausing it so that she can also essentially move really quickly. And with a special stone, she can also manipulate time to the point that she can time travel. Esta is an orphan and was taken in by this professor guy who is trying to take away the power of this thing called the Brink that is surrounding Manhattan. And if you pass through it to enter Manhattan, you're okay, but you can't pass through it to leave Manhattan. If you pass through it to leave, it strips you of all of your magical powers and most of the time also kills you. So the professor has trained Esta as she grew up to go back in time and steal all of these different magical artifacts. And what this story focuses on is her having to go back to 1902 to steal a book that has all of the secrets about the Brink, and hopefully they'll be able to destroy it so that magical people can actually leave the city and not be prisoners. So it follows Esta traveling back into 1902 and the different people that she has to come into contact with and make them earn her trust so that she can basically be a part of this heist that they're already planning to steal the book, but instead of being a part of it and helping them steal it, she has to steal it for herself and go back to the present day with the book. I, for the most part, really enjoyed this story. I thought it was really interesting, and I really liked some of the characters. I thought all of the characters were interesting, but some of them I had more feelings for than others. I particularly really enjoyed Esta and Hart. I also really enjoyed Esta and Hart's relationship and just all of the things that they had to do together in order for the story to progress. I really enjoyed their stories, and I thought Esta was hilarious, and she took shit from no one. She was great. I loved her so much. I also really liked the grittiness of the story and the grittiness of the time, because when she goes back into 1902, magic is a very real and known thing, although the people who created the Brink, the Order, are basically trying to eradicate all of the people who have magic. So even though it's a very well-known and very big thing, it's also very secret, so nobody wants people to know that you are magic. But because there's still so much magic everywhere, you can feel it in the air, and it's really cool. I thought it was really atmospheric and really interesting, and did give me a lot of Six of Crows vibes because it did follow multiple characters who all had like dark pasts. And just because of the time, like it's not like regular 1902, it's like dark magic 1902, and there's gangs and stuff like that. So it had a very Six of Crows vibe for me. And also Back to the Future, because not only because she's time traveling, but also because she's changing the future when she goes back, and she has this article that she brings back with her that keeps changing depending on what she's doing. And there's a few other Back to the Future-ish things that happen, but I can't tell you what without spoiling anything. So I really enjoyed all of those aspects of the story, and I thought it was a lot of fun. Their little heists that they pulled off are a lot of fun. But what I didn't like about the story was it was really slow, which normally is not really a bad thing. I felt like this could have been a little bit faster, and if it moved a little bit quicker, it would have been a little bit easier for me to read. Sometimes I feel like people who enjoy slow stories, which I enjoy a slow story every now and then as well, would probably still enjoy this. I just felt like some of the slowness was focused on in less interesting parts, and if it was slow but focused on more interesting things to me, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. There was also a lot of confusing talk about magic, in my opinion. I felt like a lot of things that happened were a little, like, it felt like when certain things happened, they either had too much explanation that it went over my head, there was so much magic talk to explain what they did, or there was not enough explanation at all, and it seemed really far-fetched. So I didn't enjoy that about it, and sometimes the confusing stuff surrounding the order and surrounding certain things that they were trying to do and reasons why, they didn't become super clear until closer to the end. And I feel like they were supposed to be more clear early on, and it just, for me, wasn't that clear until the end. And I just felt like there was a lot of talk with certain people from certain gangs, but because they had such small parts, I was a lot of the times confused as to who was who. Sometimes I couldn't remember. So there were a few things about the story that I would have liked to be a little bit different in order for me to enjoy it more, but I did like it. I thought it was a fun story, and it was interesting, and it had a twist at the end that I did not see coming, and I am definitely going to read the second one.